This video is key in why I'm targeted, and it overkills why I'm right about every culture that's allowed and every church and religion and spiritual movement that's allowed that you see being evil. Okay, they are evil. First of all, let's define what it takes to be good in a way that is logical. You have to think clearly, think straight. Matthew 5:8, blessed are the pure in heart, for they will see God. Hebrews 12:14, make every effort to live in peace with everyone and to be holy. Without holiness, no one will see the Lord, right? Make every effort to live in peace relative to what? To the boundaries of justice and righteousness. In Isaiah, it goes on and on about justice and righteousness. So first of all, why is it that every culture is evil? It has to do with colonialism and neocolonialism. Proxy states, the comprador elite, the token minority elite, the assets, the proxy wars, the way things work, globalism, transnational corporations, conglomerates, corporate networks, support networks, the governing class, the way they interact with each other, the way things work in geopolitics, the geopolitical processes of the world. Dionysus, okay, is considered a young Zeus. And Zeus is the Greek equivalent of Baal. So let's back this up. Dionysus comes from Dios, another name for Zeus, the father god, the king of the kings in their sick rape cult system. Zeus raped countless people. He raped her, he raped her, he raped her, he raped her. Okay, look it up. Zeus raping this, that, and the other. The rape of Europa, the rape of the Sabines, who's on whose side and why. Rape, rape, rape. He changes form to rape people like Poseidon. Rape, rape, rape. Poseidon, Zeus, and Hades, the three male sons of Saturn, aka Kronos, are rape deities. Nobody who knows anything about Greek mythology would doubt it. Not a single person. And of course, their followers use these forms as formulas. Okay, they think about how to rape more effectively as they study this. They would deny that because they are rape cult accomplices. Dios, Zeus, Baal, right? Deus vult, God wills it, right? Is what the Catholics would say. It's a variation of Dios, Deus, okay? And Deos, the reproductive cycle. But you can just go ahead and omit that from your memory if you don't believe the wordplay. I still have proven my point. So they are Luciferian betas. When we look at what a beta is on urbandictionary.com, a beta is someone who bitches up instead of manning up. We look at virtue. The word ver means man. So one has to be virtuous, morally precise. It doesn't take a genius to know what moral precision is. No one has an excuse. Their cultures are evil because they do not man up for virtue. They live cult psychology. Remember, Dionysus is a deity of wine, grapes, grape harvest, okay, ritual madness, insanity, okay, religious ecstasy, and things of this nature. By default, it connects to Apollo, right? To get the theater, you apply sciences and poetry, okay, and the various applications of light, the lighting of the stage, and so on and so forth. So we can kind of connect this all ultimately to Pan, who means all the Greco-Roman deities, who's also deity of fertility and grapes and the harvest, etc. So what are the cultures that we have? Let's talk about the obvious ones to begin with. What cultures are obviously satanic? They deal in the law of the land, the cult of the flesh and not the spirit, not the moral precision from God. Okay? Heavy metal guys, death metal, all those kinds of genres. There's quite a few of them that are similar to heavy metal, death metal, and whatever metal, bands they have. Biker gangs, Hell's Angels, okay, Vagos, okay, banditos and pagans and so on and so forth, okay, openly satanic like the satanic holidays, right, punk and ska and rock and roll. They give the Baphomet symbol. They have all kinds of satanic bands and pictures of Satanists. They do not conceal that they're satanic. And of course, one of these rock and roll groups is American Woman, right? Americanism is also satanic because they put their American culture before God. The obvious satanic cults, Anton LaVey, Michael Aquino, okay, Aleister Crowley guys, all them Hollywood guys, right? Secularists who have no intention of restoring the divine order, but promote Americanism. Church groups, Okay, skaters and all their rock and roll connections and Thrasher and anarchy and all kinds of satanic rebellious ideas. The Statue of Liberty, George Washington in the Baphomet pose, all this kind of Masonic imagery that is clear cut. In Morals and Dogma, Albert Pike even praises Lucifer. Okay, racers, right? Those street racers don't care if they run over an old lady or a kid, right? All they cares about is drugs and driving fast and furious and all these Hollywood, groupie cowards and race called sluts, basically. It's even called racer, a race, right? What race are you? Drug cartels, drug dealers, code of silence, police, military intelligence agency, codes of silence, even education, politicians, college frats. There's one picture of Goofy as a demon. If I remember, I'll put it was at 5:30. Goofy as a demon. Okay, they're goofy. Ooh, we're hazing you. Mystery and mist. Okay, confusing you. Confusion, right, as reproduction. Confuse, use, and abuse. Rhyme and reason. Okay. We have the entertainment industry, social clubs, corporate groups. These guys are focused on the money and the pussy. What did you think they're focused on? God? They are satanic. They are evil. They are allowed because they're evil, and they work with these other groups one way or another in roundabout ways and directly at times to uphold the satanic cultures and shared cultural values of a state that's waging a war on terror against anybody who isn't a satanic scumbag who refuses to have a price. Okay, who isn't a satanic scumbag, and people who refuse to have a price. Philosophy groups, New Age groups, secret societies, science cults, sex cults, LGBT, feminists, Proud Boys, Antifa, Israel, and how they treat the Palestinians, mental health groups, pharmakeia means sorcery and poisoning. And do they poison people and kill them? Yes. Look up how many people die. This one guy estimated over 500,000, people die every year in Western countries alone from psychiatric medications. Okay, a lot of them, they're old people, they slip and they hit their head. Okay. So what kind of churches are there? We'll wrap it up here. LGBT churches, white supremacist churches, super churches, some small town coward Ichabod Crane type of person, okay, who's not using focused moral intensity. He doesn't know what he's talking about. The Lord thy God is a warrior, not a feeble Ichabod small town church pastor. So now you can see that I have definitively proven with no viable counterargument that every culture that is allowed is evil, and every church that is allowed is evil, every religious movement. This is how it is. The whole world is like New York. It's a rotten apple. It's like Las Vegas. It's Sin City. Why is there no holy city in America, but there's a rotten apple, there's a Sin City, there's a city of fallen angels, Los Angeles, and so on and so forth? Why is that? Because America is the great Satan. The world is the top layer of hell. Thank you.